So these are the two boxes that help the actual bite switches work actually with the power winch. I think this is the transformer for the actual power winch itself. Then we have obviously just a standard negative pole. This one here is the feed for the power for the auto helm. This is the feed for the inverter that's going to be mounted on the chair. And over here this is just the charger and a battery switch to isolate and turn it on and off.
So this is the powerhouse right here.
That's
Takes
the
care of everything.
powerhouse. With a built-in charger on top for good measure.
That is quite a piece of engineering.
It's a fair chunk of stuff right there.
And Steve Orlebeke was the mastermind behind that.
Yep.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, Steve had done all that, and then we just put the charger on, battery switch, and the other small stuff inside.
Boy, that's really slick.
But it's nice keeping it all in one concealed unit, so you haven't got like parts all over the boat. So you just pick
Absolutely.
it up, put one unit in, and and job done. So.
Yeah, yeah, and it's in such a nice compact format too.
That's just a switch. It's this that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. So it's just the amount of pressure. You know, if there's some way that we can make it work much more effortlessly. Oh, of course.
So that winch is going to be attached to both the sails, so Steve can use that bite switch and control that winch in and out, and that will simultaneously ease and bring in the jib and main at the same time. And then the toggle joystick we have, which will get mounted to the chair, will enable him to move the autopilot so we can steer port and starboard. You just flick her on, and then on this joystick you've got port and starboard, so you just go. So that's complete control.
It looks better in the chair.
Really? I hope so. And then if you press auto, now the autopilot will actually act like a real autopilot. There's a gyro compass in there, so it keeps steering a set course that Steve sets. And then Steve can just adjust the degree that he wants to sail at. So it's like, you know, every time you click it, it goes 1 degree port or 1 degree starboard.
Now, is that going to be done?
This is going to be mounted on the actual wooden chair where he needs it. That's why we're going to sit him in the chair today and try to figure out.
Because we're typically this is
right.
It's level with the arm. It's such a hand arm.
Okay.
So
we're going to put him in the chair and see where he likes to sit in the chair, and then if we've got to build like an armrest to go in there, and then mount this to the armrest, or how we're.
Good.
Yeah, that's kind of the. Yeah.
Are you going to patent all this technology yourselves, right?
Make it affordable for everybody. Seriously, that's the goal. No patenting, just.
You guys are.
And then this is the bite switch, so you got 2 of these. The other one's over there, but basically when you bite down on this, you'll hear it engage. Just these cables will go to the actual winch motor. So.
Okay.
So biting down, that will be either winding in, and then the other one will be unwind.
Okay, so you have both of them mounted at the same time?
Yeah, but they're mounted to. They'll be mounted to an arm on the actual chair, so it'll be positioned close to him, so he can just. I don't know if he can, you know.
Well, at least at this point in time, he has the free movement of his neck and his head, but that's about all, quite frankly.
So we had these mounted like here, so they're kind of like near his mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, that's why he's up here today. You guys can tell us what you need and we'll make it happen.
Okay.
And that's just changing the compass heading on top of the.
Hi, Suzanne.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready for any of it.
Hi, Steve.
Got our granddaughter with us today.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Wait. Wait, stop. Go right again. You're straight. You're straight. Wasn't that straight?
Hi, Steve. Thanks for making the trip up. We've made some amazing progress since you were here last.
So did he.
It's
He
gonna be a
got
fun day.
cement in his spine and.
Yeah. Yeah, you've made some good progress too, I understand.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. There's the old guy.
How are
Good,
you?
yourself?
Good. Yeah,
Morning, son.
fractured his back in the meantime and is back.
How was the ride up? Great. Perfect.
Yeah, we were able to go 80 most of the way. Stuff was good.
Excellent. Well, as long as you keep the rubber facing down and keep it out of the ditch, you're normally okay. So.
I'm gonna left sleeve. Yeah.
Who's sleeping?
The granddad.
So what we have, and Nick can explain a little bit, it's going to be the steer. You can watch the rudder turn over here.
So that's port and starboard on the joystick, Steve. And we're going to mount this to the chair that you sat in last time on the sonar. So we're going to put you in the chair in a bit and make sure you can move that and find out whether the ideal location you need that in the chair. And we can make that happen for you. And then we have two bite switches, which are actually going to activate the winch, which actually controls the sails. So both sails in and out at the same time. So you just bite down, you can hear the box click. So make sure you can use these. Yeah. Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I just pop it right there? But yeah.
Morning, how are you? Good, yourself? Good.
So,
There
oh,
you
sorry.
go.
There you go.
You're trimming.
You're trimming. So every time you pull down on that one, that's going to actually wind the winch in and pull the sails in. And then there's going to be another switch, which we're going to figure out how to do it for you, so you can have both at the same time. And the other one's going to ease. And then on your hand, you're going to be able to use the joystick. There's two options on the actual auto helm. You can have that, so you can actually move it continuously, port and starboard, all the time. Or we can actually engage the autopilot mode on the actual autopilot, and it will just steer a course. And then every time you click that once left or right, it will go 1 degree port or starboard. So then you can concentrate with the sails. Yeah.
So move that one out. Situate this one in.
One.
Basically the same deal here.
And it's got to move it pretty far. That's what we're worried about. And it's pretty hard to move it.
Yeah.
So if we have to get a different joystick,
It's not gonna work.
okay.
That's it. That's
Which way does it go? Hold on, let me just have a quick look on the base here, so port and starboard. Can you pull it towards you? No? Let's rotate it 180 degrees, this base. So let go a second. Suzanne, correct?
Suzanne.
Suzanne, sorry.
That's cool.
So we're going to try to, so that should be starboard. So do you
Oh,
want to do
okay.
your thing there? So when he pushes it away from him now, that should be moving the boat to starboard. I'll try to hold it as tight as I can. Here you go.
Okay, and I'll support your hand.
A little bit stiff, eh, Steve?
Yeah, it's a little stiff. Yeah. So maybe what we have to do is look at the joystick that he has
I wonder
on
if we can
his.
get one of these.
Yeah, we'll just
This is pretty-
buy one of those
Yeah.
because that one seems to move a little bit
Can you pull back at all?
easier.
Yeah.
We might be able to. No, we might be able though to. What about one of the goalpost joysticks? Would one of the goalpost joysticks?
Oh, because
work
it's got
better?
more leverage. You know what I mean?
A what? Well, L I
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Light?
Very sorry.
a light switch.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, light
which
touch.
is-
A light touch.
Yeah,
Well,
that one there, which is a lot
We
lighter.
just ordered a new wheelchair for him, and they changed the joystick, and we should maybe. I can't remember. We should maybe choose whatever that joystick was for the new wheelchair for this.
Yeah, and then we'll figure out how to make
Yeah,
it
that's why I'm
happen
worried that
from
it's
there.
such a. It's got to go pretty far to make the contact.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's pretty stiff.
But we can, let's contact Elsa and find out which joystick they ordered for the new chair, and then you can send that information to them. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great, and then we will just make that joystick work with this. Well, what's here, Steve? I'll give you a box over to find out, you know, if you need an armrest put in here or on the outside, and then we got the, this is where we were hoping to actually mount the bike switches to. So, you know, you can just kind of, I don't know if you have a little bit of movement there. we've got to figure that out. And obviously put the headrest on for exactly where you need it.
Hey Elsa, it's Suzanne Heronemus calling. Listen, we are needing the ability to order a joystick for Steve that is like the one that you determined he could use on his new wheelchair. We are getting ready to outfit the sailboat that he'll be sailing, and we want to have that joystick because you determined it would be the best one for him to use. Everything situated underneath him. And then something back in the chair and hook everything up.
I'll stand him up and then someone can just slide it under him.
All right.
Okay, and then he can take a couple steps back towards the chair.
Okay, ready?
There we go. Okay, we're coming down.
Is that where it was last time?
Yeah, it looks about right.
Yeah?
Okay, ready?
We can go and get the hose if you like, Steve, and splash water around.
Real deal then.
You all good, Steve?
Yeah.
Sand on here.
Stand on my toes. Yep.
Good, Rich?
So we can rotate this around.
Okay, just grab this for a second then. Let's just,
Oh, yeah.
just take this off, right?
Yeah, just flip the 180.
A big smile, Steve.
It's not coming undone, Rich.
Really nice addition to this whole thing. You know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had it
Yeah.
right. That's what go 180 first. And then this slides that way.
You ordered one for your new chair?
Oh, we'll take this.
Yeah, no. There you go, ready? That way with it. I need to go. I need to be here.
You need to build a little block on it.
Yeah. So height
We're,
wise.
we're maxed out backwards, so you gotta come back a
Okay,
little
let's
bit.
just jig it. Move your head to where you like it, Steve. You move to where you want to be.
Yep, are you still where you wanna be, Steve?
Yeah, so if you take that to his head, you can. Is that pushing your head now, Steve? Yeah. So
Yeah.
how's that? You can rest on it. We're holding on it now.
More?
Is that
Back
Back
more?
for back more.
back? Okay.
That seems to
There.
be more.
Right there.
And then there's also a head strap that goes across the forehead,
3-inch
right?
block on the back or something. 3 or 4-inch block on them.
How's the height up and down? That's going to be about right, isn't it? Right there. The question is, if this is, how far is this from here? From the centre to the centre is 4 inches.
It's almost, you gotta get this to be even with the top of the chair. This hole to be even with the top of the chair.
Yeah, we don't need this blocking anymore, do we? We've got to flip it around. We should be very close to go. So I'm going to try to get something like this mounted somewhere. So we just need
Okay.
to try to figure out and measure out.
Let's see, they would,
And just so you know, if this is in the way here, let me know where it should be moved and we can cut it out. Get rid
okay.
of it. It doesn't need to be there. We can take more of that out.
Okay, Steve, I'll hold my arm out right here. He's angled differently. Normally in his chair he would be reclined more, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if your arms were out here, like next to your legs like this, would you still be able to maneuver? Yeah, to press a button down. What about if your fingers were up, would you still be able to move your arm back and forth for the joystick?
This way as well. So if it's more comfortable for Steve to have his arm further back, we can just modify the chair and cut the chair out a little bit for him.
What do you think? No?
No?
Do you think it's okay where it is? This isn't going to get in our way at all?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so your arms would just be out right next to your legs right here. Okay.
And like cable tie on like a piece of plexus plate
Excited about that.
and put little holes in, and then we can kind of
It's gonna
put
be a lot
these
of fun.
anywhere we need to, like any angle.
I see,
You
to
with
go up
me?
into them up, yep,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
But I,
Got his feet.
okay. Center.
Yeah.
Go another inch, Matt. Press the tiny bit more. Oh, there you go. Come back again. There you go. You ready to come down? Do you want to make sure you're
We ride all the time.
Yeah.
Feet so they don't.
I've seen the
Is that further enough back in the chair?
Well, we'll actually have to scoot him up forward to stand him up to get the stuff off anyway, so that's fine.
next summer when Oliver.
Start on the chair actually this afternoon and go and get some stock for those new armrest locations. And yeah, 2 of those little switches, those paddle switches, you can let us know where to get them, and so we can try to get those ordered today or tomorrow morning, so we can get them here early next week, so we can rewire the box, and should be good to rock and roll.
There's like, hi, I'm sitting here now.
Hi, Grandpa!
Okay.
There's in your chair now, Steve.
Come on, baby.